Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to do something different. I apologize, I didn't have a video out on Monday. We had a funeral to go to, and yeah, it's just been a hectic few days. So I'm back and we're going to try something different. I'm going to use mix to mold. I've got some silicone release spray, and I have 2 gloves. Now, I have not figured out how I am going to, yes I did, I just figured it out. All right, so what I want to do is I want to make 2 hands that we're going to put them side by side, and I want to shape them so that I can put a candle in the middle. This is one of the candles that I make. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the glove off once I get it poured, but we're going to see. I don't know. What's the worst that can happen? Is it's a fail? And then I go to plan B, and then I'll tie it with these at the end. And I don't know how, I have no clue how much they're going to take. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to get a little bit of spray in there. And it probably won't go down the fingers, but we're just going to see. I'm like, I want to do something different, but I don't know what. And this popped into my head. So here we are. All right, I can get this out of the way, and now we'll have a chance to let that sit for a few minutes. And this sets up in an hour, so hopefully we can get this out. And you guys know, you know what? I think I'm going to use a bigger container. Hang on. I'm going to use a bigger container because it's just going to make life a little bit easier. And let me just wipe this out. So I don't even know if I want to color it or not. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one. I'm going to leave it white. If it works, then we can do another one and we'll color it. And then I'm hoping that I can get them set right so that then I could glue them together somehow. I don't know. It's going to depend on when I fill these. So here goes nothing, guys. Here goes nothing. I've done stupider things, so... And I'm just going to dump the rest of this in here. All right. And hopefully it doesn't use too much because I only got 1 bag of mix to mold left. So, all right. I'm going to pour some water in here just because it makes it a little easier for me to control the amount of water. So, because I've been looking for some different ideas to do with cement, and something similar to this came up. So I was like, wonder if I could do that with mix to mold. So I am going to be making some cement novelty items. And I'm going to try to have some that are somewhat small. So hopefully they won't be an arm and a leg to ship. But we'll see. So I don't know. If you want to see me video those, let me know in the comments. And I can gladly do it. All right. So do I want it that thin is the question. Because this stuff is very forgiving. So I think I'm going to add a little bit more powder. I don't want it thick, but I think this will be good. I don't want it super thin either. All right, and then this will kind of give me an idea if this is going to be enough. Or is it going to leak? I don't know. All right, here we go. So I'm trying to get... Oh, it's filling the fingers, guys. It's filling. All right, so we're definitely gonna need more. So can I set that up without it spilling? All right. All right. Because I want to be able to try to shape it. So got one of my hairs. All right. So let's yeah, okay. So I'm going to twist this. I should have cut my rope first. But, you know, we do things on the fly over here. All right, so yeah, the fingers would be out. I'll have to find something to shape it. Let me get the other one mixed up and see if we can, hang on. Let's see. All right. You know, because then I'm going to try to push something down, but I want to try to get it shaped. All right. I don't know, guys. I know I got to mix up more than I did the first time. Let's start with that. I got these bowls too that I might be able to use.
Because I want to get them both filled before it starts setting up too quick. Oh, as I get it all over me. All right, calm down, Michelle. Slow down. It's still jiggly. You know, and then I've got to worry about getting the fingers out without them breaking. All right, here we go. A little bit more. Let's try that. All right. And again, I didn't cut my string. All right. Trying to find something that would make a groove that would be heavy enough. And that's too big. Maybe if I fill this with rocks. Let me grab my rocks. Maybe we'll fill it with sand. Sand might be a little heavier. And let me just wipe this cup out.
All right. All right, we're just going to leave it just like that and see if it cures. It's already firming up, so fingers crossed, guys. All right, I will be back in an hour. Oops, sorry. So I've just got it setting just like that. This is already firming. You can tell this one's starting to get hard in here. So yeah, we're just gonna let it sit and then hopefully this will fit in there. If not, we can find another candle. But yeah, so we will see if this works. All right, let me just clean some of my mess here. So if this works, it should be a fairly quick video for you guys. But if it doesn't, you will see a mess. Because like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to break the glove off of the mixed mold without breaking a finger or whatever. So yeah, only time's gonna tell. I will be back in just a bit. Okay, guys, I'm dying to see this. So that worked good. Now, if we can get these out. So hopefully these we can just peel off. Like I said, I don't know. Oh, I think, oh. I don't know on the creases, but. All right, it's the fingers that worry me, but. So maybe, oh, I don't know. There might be a few remnants of the glove. Oh, oh, I think it's gonna work, guys. No, I just broke a finger. That's what I was afraid of. Crud. So that would have to go like that. All right, so let me just try to go a little slower. You probably can hear the rain. It is now pouring out. All right, so that's what my fear was, of my fingers breaking off. But so I know next time to not scrunch them so tight. All right, so we broke all of our fingers. But can I put them back on with the mixed mold? I think I will be able to. All right. that one goes like that. All right, so now this one's got me really nervous. Maybe if I cut it in a little bit smaller sections, maybe. Because it's thin right there. That's, oh, all right, so maybe the key is to do it in smaller, like peels, instead of trying to oh, I think yeah, so it's trying to just gently, small little bits. Crud. Now, I probably could have let this cure a little longer, but you know me, I am as patient as nothing. But I think you know what, maybe if I take my knife and, can you see what I'm doing here? Like, just try to cut that as close in there as possible. Because I just thought that this concept would be so cute. But maybe we can just use the mix to mold as glue. I don't mind if there's some in there. I don't want to see it from, you know, the outside. So next time what I would do is put like little wedges of styrofoam between the fingers so that they're not quite as crunched. All right, oh God, I gotta get this out. Just trying to cut enough of that. All right, so let's just no, that's gonna be all right, so that one goes there. And I don't know how this one went. All right, I guess. Oh, okay. I think it. I mean, the shape is not even making sense. It's got to go like that. All right. So let me get a little bit of the mix to mold. And we're going to make little bits, and we're going to put it on there and see if that is going to work. Because let's just put this kind of together to see. That would be too big, but we could definitely put a candle in there. And then I could put mix to mold in here to hold that together as well. So that is what we are going to attempt to do. So let's get, so we've only got 2, 3 on this one. So that goes with that. These go with this. All right, gotta keep them separate so I know which fingers are going where. Or was it this one? No, that one goes with that. Okay, this is the one that... think. Let me put my fingers back on. So we know which way they're going. Oh my gosh. All right, so this is our pinky. And that is that finger. And that is that finger. And that is that finger. Okay. All right, let's get some mix to mold. And I'm just going to mix, like I said, a little bit at a time. And I will pour my water in here. Oh. Leave it to me to try to make a mess. So this I do want to be a thicker, even thicker than that. Yeah, I think that all right, so I'm gonna and that one's firm. And that one's firm, right? No. Yeah, these two are firm. Let's... All right, so we're gonna fill that gap. Now, and that one lays like that. So if I put some there and here, oops. Like I said, I don't know. Figure out which way this went. It went this way. Guys, I don't know. All right, that's... I don't know, guys. I was kind of hoping that, you know, we could kind of rebond them together. I mean, it's like it wants to, but, all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna smooth that out. All right. So that might be a fail. So let me try. All right, so these two are for that hand. So I'm just trying to scrape off the extra here. Just gonna scrape all that goo out of there. And I'm gonna try Plan C on this one. All right, we're gonna use the, and I know this is still got moisture in it, so I might have to put them in the curing machine to get them dried out, but I'm gonna try it and see. So that one, might as well just start with pointer finger number 1. Oh, I still do have a pair of pliers down here. And I just popped a nail. Started to. I'm so rough on my hands, guys. But I so miss having my nails done, and I just can't afford it every single time. So, all right, we are going to put the glue on here. Oh, there we go. And is that the right one? Yeah, this has got to be. And then we're going to spray. And All right, I guess I'm gonna have to start with the pinky. Gosh. Why is it all my glues get to the point where I cannot get them to come out good? I mean, I have another bottle of this, but I don't want to open it if I can help it. And I'm trying to get some on that part as well. Oops. Well, that was dumb. Let me just put it upside down. And that was the pinky, right? So let me spray this. Oops. No, this way. Duh. All right, I'm gonna just get my other one out. Where's my cover? Where did my cover go? Oh, I didn't have a cover, I had a pin. We're just gonna grab the brand new bottle and we're gonna bite the bullet. Let's see if my Gorilla Glue will come out. Because I think it works with even Gorilla Glue. It's slowly coming out. I'll take a pin. Let's try this. No. I'm just going to open the new one, screw it. Because like I said, I don't know if I'm going to have to dry it first or not. All right, let me get it the right way. my finger the wrong angle. There we go. All right, so I'm bound and determined to make this work. All right, so that's this one. Okay. Holy tamales, guys. I think we might get it. All right, so it's not very pretty, but once I could get it cured, then I could always sand it, or we could put the mixed mold as like a smooth coat. All right, so where is my... this way. There we go. Just like that. So I want to stick my fingers to it. I got glue on my finger. All right, now, Mr. Baby Finger. So I know the flat side has to go to the outside. So if I can get these to stay on, then I will, I'll put the mix to mold. I'll make like a thick paste, and then I will pop it in the curing machine. To finish drying it out. Okay. As I peel the glue off my finger here. Now you think I would have put some gloves on. Nah. All right, so they're holding. Now I've just got to clean that top off. There we go. All right. So, let's see. I'm just trying to get that little sharp bits of glue. Because then I could just smooth that and we could put it in the curing machine just like that. And then we could do the same with this. We'll just smooth this and this out. All right. Well, let's try this again, guys. All right. And I'm just gonna it's so hard to mix just a little bit of this. You know, and that way it'll fill in the little cracks and the little sharp bits. All right, so that one's done. Wipe my finger off so I can I'll just try to cover up some of that black glove at the same time. All right, and don't you listen. I want it to look like, you know, it didn't have to get patched too bad. All right. So trying to so what I'm thinking is I'm going to have to glue it and then we're going to have to fill it in. So and let me see if I can squeeze some down in this. I didn't want it to glue to the table. Okay. Oh. So I'm going to have to put it on something so that when I glue it, like when I put the mix to mold in, that I don't have to remove it again. Let's see. Let me get my base here. And I'm going to get a piece of parchment. There we go. So, let me I'm just going to re-glue that one little area. And I don't know if this is still pliable enough. All right, I'm gonna have to mix up some more. Just because I'm just gonna use a paper cup. Because if it drips down, I can sand the bottom. So I don't really care about that. I want to be able to get this to stay together. And let me slide this back so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. And I'll just use the other end of the stick. All right, I think that will be a good consistency. Oops. Alrighty, guys. So I'm going to put that in the curing machine, let this get all cured, and then if I have to, I can always do the underneath as well. But I think we were able to save it. Let me grab a candle. Now you could use a regular candle in here because it's the mixed mold. So a regular like votive candle, I don't think I have any, but that would definitely fit. So even if you used one of these, it would still be really cute. And these ones change color. So yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to upload this video because we've got it pretty much staying together. And what I will do is on my next video, I will show you the completed piece, and hopefully I can find like a votive candle to put in here. So stay tuned for that. Come back and check out the final results. But I think overall we were able to save this piece. But now I know we definitely have to spread our fingers out more, not have them so scrunched up. And I think it would have worked fine. It just made those little spots too thin. So we will be doing this again. Probably not on the next video, but, coming up again here in a little bit, we'll revisit this and see if we can do a better job. Alrighty, guys. Bye.